Hello, fellow traders. It's Nutty Bar. It is February 27th, and this is a recap for yesterday and today. So this is a warning. This is going to be a longer video. It's going to involve a little bit of ranting, maybe not really ranting, but me just it's just going to take a while to go through everything that happened from yesterday to today and etc. So yeah, so first of all, this morning I didn't stream today because of what happened this morning. I was doing a very light workout and something happened in my back. I can still feel it. Like if I turn a little bit like that, I feel it. I still have a little bit of discomfort, but nothing in comparison to this morning. Literally with this morning when it happened, I had a hard time just moving, and I couldn't get into the chiropractor until 10 o'clock. And actually, I don't think I got in until 10:30, but it was very, very painful. I've never had that happen before. I guess my back just locked up. I've never experienced that before, and I hope I never experience it again. Thankfully, it feels better. So thanks everyone for the well wishes. Everything was. Most importantly, I'm allowed to continue golfing. I just can't pick up any heavy objects for the moment. So on a good note, but where should we start? There is so much to cover. There's so much to cover, man. There is, it was a crazy couple days. You know what? Let's start with the overall market. And man, this has been some crazy. I can't remember of recent the just continuous sell-off we've had over the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. It's been 6 days of just nonstop, constant sell-off. And every time that you think, oh, okay, now the market recovered, we're going to see a rally, it just whoosh. And man, today was no exception. But I think we need to first go back to yesterday. There's not a whole lot to cover here from yesterday's session, except I did trade my 150Ks, and I did not trade them well. I ended the day pretty much at a break even on the day, but yesterday was a very scary day for those 150K accounts. And the reason is I was an idiot. I need to confess something. Over the last week, over the last 4 or 5 days, there's something I have a condition. I have a severe condition, and it's called trying to catch the bottom-itis. And it I don't know if they make subscriptions for this or not, but I desperately need some medication for this trying to catch the bottom-itis. I have just been an absolute idiot the last 2 days in my trading. And honestly, I've gotten lucky. Like, I'll be the first to admit it. I mean, I know in trading we don't like to say that we get lucky. I'll admit it. I got lucky. And yesterday was one of those days. So I was having a great day yesterday. Okay, so I went golfing in the morning. So none of this I caught. And then the afternoon session, I came back into my office around 12 o'clock. And I took one trade, and it was this pullback right here. I entered long. I got my profit up here at the 390s. It was a great trade, just in and out, almost no drawdown. And boom, bada bang, I was up like $180. And I should have just walked away. But no. Nope, we had to make our life difficult. And I waited and I waited, and I was very patient. I waited for a pullback to the VWAP, because I thought, you know, it's past 11 o'clock. We're going to get a little bit of a pullback and then we're going to continue higher. So I bought, waited for a pullback, and right here was my entry long. You know, it was such a perfect entry. And I bought long right here at the 330s. And of course, you know what happened. Thankfully, I only went in with 2 micros. But I held them way, way too long. And I was an idiot. I was an absolute idiot. And I literally held these. I held them, I kid you not, and I held them until like somewhere right here. I added 2 more contracts. I DCA'd into it. It was just bad trading. I just literally was not willing to accept the loss. And I got bailed out. I really did. I got bailed out here at the end of the session. My break even was somewhere around the 225s. And right before the close, I basically got out for break even on that trade. And it was a bad trade. Basically got bailed out yesterday. So keep that in mind for when I explain to you what I did today, because it's going to make it sound like I'm even that bigger of an idiot. But yeah, that's what happened. Now, okay, rewind. Also, yesterday, these 3 Tradeify accounts, I had like a $270 day yesterday. A great day. I traded them pre-market. Actually, I traded them in the overnight session. It was a painless trade, $200 trade, and I was done. Great. And again, these accounts, I took another $200 trade today on these 3 accounts. Everything was great. These 3 accounts, I only need 3 more days traded, and I think I need $400 more in profit. And then we will be requesting $3,000 payout from all 3 of these accounts again for the second payout on those accounts. So, yay. Everything's great on the Tradeify accounts. It seems like those don't get harmed. Now, this morning, with a bad back, I, injured my back this morning, and while I was waiting for my appointment to basically be ready, I decided you should have seen me. I hobbled my way into the office. I could barely sit in my chair, but I was here, and with my one hand, I was able to click buttons. So all bets were off this morning. And I decided, you know what? I'm going to trade these 2 Tradeify accounts, the 2 fresh 100K accounts that I just passed 3 days ago, whatever it was. Yeah, everything was great, Again, this morning, let's just sum it up real quick. 5 micros, and that account was blown by, what was it, 9:45? 15 minutes from the open, those accounts were gone. So I blew up the 200K Tradeify accounts that I just passed 3 days ago. And again, I was trying to catch the bottom. Like I said, I don't know what's wrong with me. I know my brain keeps telling me, hey, the market can't go lower, but I don't know, obviously it can go lower. So I need to stop believing my brain. Anyway, we keep going lower. Now, that's when things started to get a little dicey. I switched to my Apex accounts, my Apex 150K accounts. These accounts right here. And I had marked the 21,000 level. The 21,000 level was my line in the sand. It was my line in the sand of, hey, we can't go lower than the 21,000s. We have to see a big move. I wasn't even saying we can't go lower the rest of the day, but I was like, we have to bounce at the 21,000 level, right? And at that point, I was like, I'm just going to try to capture like 70, 80 ticks, which in this market is not a lot, and lock in another $200 day or so. That was my goal. That was my objective. And I did. I went in the 21,000 level. I went in, I just literally put a buy order at the 21,000 level for 4 micros. And yeah, it as you can see, it did not care. The market didn't care one bit about my order, and it went right through the 21,000s and proceeded another 100 points lower. And yeah, I was $900 in drawdown on all 6 accounts, and I was starting to freak out. Now, I don't know if this is either to my credit or if this is just part of my symptoms, but I added 2 more contracts basically down here at the 9, it was like the 910s, and thankfully a little bit of stubbornness. I decided, you know what, once we started to rip higher, I held those. I wish I could show the orders, but obviously with the being that it's the end of the day, it doesn't show the order fills, but just trust me when I tell you. I added to them right here. I did not sell until I knew I had reached payout level. And I knew exactly where that was. I believe, I don't know the exact number, but it was somewhere up here at the 2180s. 2180s here, we sold and we locked in on all 6 accounts. It was like a $600 day. I went back and I looked at my video and I calculated precisely what the balance of each account needs to be for me to be below that 30% consistency rule. And I had the balance and everything mapped out. So all the accounts were above the balance that was required, except for one account. One account was like off by $200. So I closed the trade, and actually I closed the trade, and that's when I went to the chiropractor appointment. And yeah, I went to the chiropractor appointment, and by that time I was feeling quite a bit better. But then I had one account remaining, this account right here at the bottom, and I needed $200 more. And by that time, when I came back, we were somewhere in this area, and where I started trading again. And this is already a long video, so I'm going to spare you the nasty details. But basically, I was $80 away. I was $80 away from getting that account above the threshold as well, so we can request a payout for all accounts, etc., etc. But this was right here. I'm not joking. I had my target. My target for the $80 was at the 21,120s. I feel like I need to zoom in. The high of this candle here was the 17s. So we were 3 points away, and I was done. And I was done. And then we started rolling over. And it just kept going lower. And it kept going lower and lower. It's crazy. Anyway, I ended up finally cutting my losses somewhere in here. I don't even remember. I was so mad. I was so mad and frustrated with just everything that I did have the mindset, thankfully, of just closing my charts and walking away. And I literally went to Walmart. My wife needed something at Walmart, but I literally shut her down and went to Walmart. I was so frustrated. But yeah, we took a loss after being up $500 on this account, and $200 away. Essentially, we're now $1,000 away from taking this to a payout on this account. So I don't know, whatever. I guess in the grand scheme of things, first of all, I'm going to celebrate a little bit. We finally have these 5 accounts ready to request a payout. But I will say, I did go back between yesterday and today. I did go back and look at my trades, and I definitely violated the 5-to-1 risk to reward ratio rule. I'll raise my hand. I'll take accountability. I definitely violated that rule. So I'm expecting to be denied. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I'm just going to request like $500 for now. And I guess if we get approved, great. But either way, I'm kind of expecting to be denied. But if we're not, either way is fine. We'll just keep trading. But obviously this account here, I'm going to trade this account separately. And I might trade it a little bit more aggressively just to try to get it back to, you know, the same amount as the other accounts. And obviously, like I talked, these Tradeify accounts, we need to trade 3 more days. We can request another $3,000 per account on those accounts. Obviously, we lost these 2 Tradeify accounts. I don't know. Maybe I'll get new ones. I'm not sure yet. Oh, man. Anyway, sorry for the long video. I don't know if anyone is even listening still. I don't blame you if you left. But what a crazy, wild day. And what a crazy market that we have seen the last 2 days. And we will be streaming tomorrow. Unless there's more unforeseen accidents that happen. But I do plan to stream tomorrow. And also, as you can see, we have 2 Take Profit Pro accounts now. 50Ks. And if you're not aware, these 2 Take Profit Pro accounts, the chat is going to be in charge of trading these accounts. If you want to know how we're going to do it, tune in tomorrow morning and we'll go over it, and we're going to start trading those accounts tomorrow. Chat, it's going to be up to chat. And if chat gets those accounts to a payout, then the chat is going to, we're going to do a giveaway to the chat for that amount, depending, you know, whatever that amount is, whatever percentage we decide. But that I'm really looking forward to doing that and just seeing how that goes. And then again, I don't know. So starting tomorrow, we will also start trading our 50K accounts. And I'm going to trade those 50K accounts a lot more aggressively. So just, I don't know, I'm just going to try it. I'm going to try to be a little more aggressive. Basically, I'm going to try to, you know, within 2 weeks, get these accounts above the profit threshold is kind of my goal. Be a little more aggressive and try to build a buffer. And I mean, see what happens. I still have 5 more. I have 5 accounts right now, 50K accounts that are passed, and I just need to turn them into evals. So I'm probably going to trade 5 of these at a time, break them into groups of 5, and I'm going to trade them aggressively. If we lose 5, obviously not what I want, but we will replace them with the 5 that are basically kind of sitting in the wings, and I'm just basically paying every month for, you know, they get charged again as evals that are passed. I'm just allowing it to rebill, but that's the plan for now, and I guess we'll see what happens. But yeah, man, what a wild, crazy couple days. Tomorrow, I expect more of the same. I mean, I don't think this market is going to slow down anytime soon. So buckle up, and hopefully my catch the bottomitis, maybe we can find a cure for that sometime between now and tomorrow. I'm hoping. But I guess we'll wait and see. Anyway, that's it, guys. Thanks again, everyone, tuning in. I appreciate all the support. And we will be back tomorrow. Take care, and God bless.